Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razek at CM Trading. Today is September 25th, 2019, and today is Wednesday morning. So looking at the major economic events of the day, at 4:30 South African time, we have weekly oil inventory number coming out. That's an important event. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. But looking at the markets, Forex symbols are tapering off on lower trading volume. Okay, we had just one little move yesterday on the GBP. We'll take a look at that and what we can anticipate from today. And looking at the Dow Jones, sells off below 27,000 after lower than expected consumer confidence numbers came out yesterday. We'll take a look at that. Looking at the commodities, gold rallies as a result of those consumer confidence numbers, and oil trades to support. Okay, we'll take a look at that as well as this weekly inventory number comes out. Now, looking at the stocks, the biggest losers yesterday was Facebook and Amazon. We'll take a specifically look at Facebook. We spoke about it early in the week as it was the least strong out of the FANG stocks, and that was the one to sell off the most, relative weakness. That was really the one to take advantage of. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, selling off sharply below the 9,000 support level. Okay, it's been in a range for quite some time, but finally breaking that support. We'll take a look at that as well. So let's see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're taking a look at the GBP on a 4-hour chart. You can see we had a nice little bounce yesterday to 24.95. Okay, that was a previous resistance as well, and we're trading right in that range. So at these levels, okay, there's really nothing to really speak about. Okay, if we do break this lower end, this might mean that the euro may sell off. Looking at the euro, as that bounce happened, this barely made a bounce. Okay, so if this does sell off, if the market sells off versus the dollar, then it will be the euro that will go first. Now, jumping into the commodities as a result, yesterday we had this nice rally. Okay, now we've been consolidating at this 1490-ish level for quite some time, and then finally breaking above it, we made the A move, the B move, and now we're up to the C move. So the question is, are we going to break this 1540, which will be something of importance, okay, especially as the Dow Jones is looking like it's getting weaker, and don't want to celebrate that this too soon. Okay, just because consumer confidence number came out that's not as favorable doesn't mean the markets are going back down. Now remember, we're still in the background here with what's going on between the US and China and trade relations. So if that will take effect, that may have a significant effect on the market on the upside if they iron something out long term. Now looking at the price of oil, now on these two levels, we have on the blue support levels, we have Fibonacci retracements, okay, and the red level is just a previous resistance, subsequent support. So those numbers are right there, and we're trading right at that level. Okay, now if we break this 56.76, I could expect it to further decline. And remember, this is all the hype that happened a couple of weeks ago, almost a week and a half ago, with the Saudi oil pipeline being blasted, presumably by Iran. With that said, we're looking at this. So if this does break these areas, okay, we may see a further correction on the on the downside. Excuse me, I'm jumping to the Dow Jones already. Now looking at that Dow Jones, this was the massive sell-off we had yesterday to 26,723. It's not coming out this morning, and now we're bouncing off these levels to 26,838. So this may be a opportunities, this small bounce here to short, okay, as this is making a correction on the downside. Now if we look at long term here, this may look like a double top, okay, which is not very promising for the Dow Jones. These two pillars right here may look like a double top. Now we are going into September, October time, which is normally a sell-off time for the Dow Jones. So, ostensibly, if this doesn't bounce to the 27,000, we could see it further decline to 26,333. And if it does break further down, then we could see it really break down on the downside. So just keep in mind that that may be the case as we go in. Now, NASDAQ not really looking much better, and I just have to update that chart. But looking at the biggest losers, Facebook, look at that, from 186 down to 180, a massive nosedive right there. I would be inclined to think that this would be continuing to sell off, okay? Now, to give us a perspective of it, We still have 179-ish level to be a support area. So if we break that, we can definitely see it go back to the 165-ish area. Now, looking at the other stock that was the biggest loser, Amazon, which is selling off. Okay, we can't really tell right there. There you go. You can see it much clearer now. 1822 is where we started. We're trading at the end of the day at 1738, which is disconcerting. Okay, it's a little bit disconcerting when the tech stocks, which are the cutting edge of the market, are breaking lower. Now, looking at the bank stocks, they're holding their own. Okay, they haven't, sold off sharply. Yes, did they sell off? Yes, but are they selling off sharply? I don't know. Okay, the question is, it's sometimes too early to say if this is the beginning of a massive sell-off that we possibly will have going into the end of the year. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.